Great day, great day, great day, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Here I am, and I am excited to leave you this amazing message today. You know, it is amazing. What a beautiful day it has been working, celebrating, loving on people, being amazing, watching people being amazing. It is just awesome. It is just awesome. It is just awesome. And so I want to come over and say hello, hello, and give this training. So I was having a discussion today with one of our awesome team members, and we were talking. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do a Facebook message on this. Like, I have like a whole list of messages that are lined out. This is your super bad senior Cadillac sales director, Joanne M. Allen, and I have a list of things to talk about. This is not on my schedule to talk about today, but I'm like, okay, I have got to talk about this. Okay, so have you ever thought about why it is that you don't call your leadership? Ever thought about it? Have you ever thought about the fact that maybe I know it all? This is you thinking, I know everything. I don't really need to reach up. I can ask another person that's at my same level. I don't need to reach up. Oh my gosh, she's too busy. There's no time for her to answer all my questions. She has too much going on. I don't want to interrupt her day. You know, one of the things that when we were just having this discussion earlier, and it came to my mind, is that I got to talk about the fact that, you know, what really comes to mind and what came to mind when we were talking today was that it's none of those reasons. It's not that your director is too busy. It's not that she just doesn't have the time. It's nothing like that. You know what I decided as we were talking and what was agreed upon is that it is the pride of the individual. The pride of the individual. Did I say that? Yes, I did. It is the pride of the individual that will not allow a consultant to reach up to her mentorship or her mentor. What? How in the world could I say that? I can say that because I remember as a Mary Kay Beauty consultant, I would talk to, and you guys have heard this so many times, I would talk to my director 5 times at least 4 or 5 times a day. 4 or 5 times a day. Are you kidding me? I didn't care what she was doing. I didn't care if her kids was sick. I didn't care if her kids, I didn't care. I needed to have my question answered, right? So if I didn't ask my leader, who was I going to ask? Somebody who was at my level? No, I wasn't going to be asking nobody that was at my level how to accomplish and be amazing and successful in Mary Kay. And so I realized that in my process of growth and development that I was never prideful. I never felt like I knew everything. I never felt like I should know everything. I felt like I had to learn how to be great like my director was great. I had to ask questions because locked inside of her was all the answers. Inside of her, and then the ability to reach out to the company. So I never had a problem asking my director anything. I never got, no, let me be clear. I was about to say I never got mad how she responded. That's not true. There were many times when my director said things that I did not like the way she said it, because she was a D personality as well. I didn't like the way she said it, or maybe it was just the way that I took it. Not the way she said it, but the way that I perceived based on my upbringing, based on my background, based on all kinds of things. I did not like the way she said things. But what I did know, without a shadow of a doubt, is that if I was going to learn how to run this business, I had to believe that the things that she was saying to me, the words that she was using, were to inspire, to lift, and to motivate me to get to another place. And oftentimes, that's exactly how I felt. Like, She was my number one cheerleader. And oftentimes you'll hear me say that. I'm your number one cheerleader. Susan is your number one cheerleader for the Morris Miracles. Norma Lisa is your number one cheerleader for the Faith Over Fear unit. Are you kidding me? No one believes in your goals, your dreams, your vision more than your sales director. Your husband, your significant others, your kids, they're like, yay, mom, yay, yay. Yeah, you can do this. But your director, she knows without a question that you can do it. And so I challenge you to think about, is it your pride that prevents you from asking a question? Is it your lack of humbleness to receive the answer the way the answer is given? What is it that you want from your business? There are 3 directors in this group, all hailing from this fearless national area. Your director, if it's me, reach out. You may not like the response that you receive. You may not like something that's stated. But before you take offense to it, I want you to check yourself and ask, why is it that you don't like it? Is it you don't like it because the person said do it? Do you don't like it because they said do it? You don't like it because they said suck it up and do it? You don't like it because you start to identify that everybody else is okay with you being where you at, but your leader knows that there's so much more on the inside of you and that her job is to make it come out. Her job is not to make you play small or even play smaller. Her job is to expect you to be better than everyone else. She doesn't care. I'm talking in third person. She doesn't care about your family, your friends, and what they're saying. Because if they're not doing Mary Kay, and if they're not driving a Mary Kay car or a directorship, then maybe they're not clear about what they're talking about. Maybe if they haven't walked across stage and picked up a diamond or 2 or gotten a check with big numbers behind it, maybe they're not sure about what they're talking about. I want you to be very introspective as you listen to this message. I want you to think about, are you prideful? Are you? Have you not been able to take direction because you didn't like that it was stated, even though deep within you, you know that the statements are true? Are you willing to move forward and to be greater? Are you ready to release your pride and text and vox and whatever your director caller so that you can ask questions? Because one thing is for sure, being your number one cheerleader, is that we don't know where you're at in your business. Nobody can read minds. Nobody can read hearts. We only know what you say so that then we can guide, direct, and motivate. I thought it was so amazing. The epiphany that we had on the phone this morning was amazing. We could not believe that that was it. Like pride, lack of humbleness, having to act like we know everything, having to be better than, all those negative attributes that keep us from being successful. No matter what our age, no matter what our race, no matter what our occupation. It is a challenge to understand that you can always reach up to your director. It is a challenge because society has taught you that you got to know the answers and you can't ask too many questions or you might just lose your job. But wasn't Mary Kay an amazing lady? She created a company so that we could all learn how to do this business and how to be great. And you know what she created? Directorship, the position of directorship, so that women could attain that position and then be able to pull other people up. Oh my God. How amazing it is to know that your director started off with a starter kit just like you. And then she listened to her director, followed her director's information, showed up for training, never missing training, so that she could grow and become the very best that she could be. Your time is now to reflect on who you are as an individual, to check out your pride level, to see what needs to be changed, tweaked, to teach you how to humble yourself so that you can receive the benefits that God has for you. Everybody has a process to go through. Don't let you stand in the way of receiving the benefits that are for you. I hope this message is like making you think, am I prideful? Why am I not answering the questions? Why is it that if I get a text, why don't I respond? What am I doing? I want to be successful. Why am I doing this? Why am I not communicating? No one else is asking me about my Mary Kay business and how to move up except her. Why don't I respond to her? What's inside of me that makes me not respond when I know that she knows exactly what she is doing? Again, you have some amazing people in your life, but your number one fan is always going to be your sales director. Do a checkup from the neck up. See if there's some things that need to be tweaked. Start over at the end of this message and realize that your peace, your movement, your achievements are tied to your director. I became who I am today, and I always will give my director credit. She was my recruiter and she was my sales director, and she taught me and taught me and taught me. And I asked and she answered. And I asked and she answered. And she said, show up here. And I showed up. She said, show up here. And I showed up. There were times I was the only consultant in the room. I didn't care about where everybody else was. All I knew was I was going to get all the information I could get so that I could become the very best I could be. My life wasn't attached to the other people. We were all part of a team. But my bank account was not connected to their bank account. My prayer is that this message manifests and radiates in your heart, and that you will not make excuse as to why you don't, one, show up, and that you don't, two, show up, and that you don't, three, follow up with your leadership. It's hard to assess yourself, and sometimes it can be very disappointing. But what I want you to know is that everybody gets a new start. Every day, God gives us new mercies. Every moment is an opportunity for you to become better. This is your call to better. This is a national area. And this is your time to lay down all of your misgivings, all of your pride, to become ready to receive, but you have to open yourself up to receive. You are in a safe place. Go and get the blessings that God has for you. Have your most amazing day. Be blessed.